Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode we got started in our conquest of the Anatolian Peninsula here by taking the Duchy of Izmir, and we successfully assassinated the Sultan of Rum, Sultan Suleiman here, in a coaching accident. Which means that our truce has ended, so we can go to war with them again as soon as we are able. But we will be waiting for just a minute on that while we get our carousing done. We just invited some of our vassals to a feast, so we're going to hear back from them. The Strategos of the Aegean Sea here declines. You decline. This guy accepts. You decline. So many people declining. And even Captain Gandalf of the Varangian Guard has declined. I bet he would be great fun at parties. He even has the carousing focus himself. That seems like a deliberate insult to me. Anyway, I've heard about how in foreign lands there are people who think that marriage between siblings is a good idea. Obviously these sorts of fantasies only appeal to people who don't have siblings in the first place. We can gain 3 piety by denouncing such sick fantasies, or we should remain open-minded. In case we would lose piety, gain diplomacy for only a year. We'll just gain a little piety, I think, there. We had a subject convert to Orthodox, good. Rome, of course, is having a sizable revolt right now. So if we can get a war declared while that is still going on, there's a chance we might be able to take an extra duchy from them. Okay, this guy just usurped that duchy title from me, I guess? Is he allowed to do that? Apparently. I bet he wants control of other vassals now. I guess we'll give them to him. So yes, he has this, but he wants Messenia and Laconia. Makes sense, I suppose. I had no idea our vassals could usurp titles from us, that's weird. Anyway, we'll do this to make sure he's happy. They're now properly under that duchy. A local peasant happened to have one of the biggest cocks ever seen in these parts. Out of respect, he has presented it to you as a gift. Thus today, you and some of your courtiers are enjoying this big, delicious, meaty cock. Okay, so we had the best meal in ages until the 18th of January 1089, giving us extra diplomacy, and same for some of our courtiers here. Alright, sounds delicious. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, my wife is pregnant again, good. Let's hope we get super lucky and have a child with good genetic traits. Actually, I don't think it really matters. We're on, I'm assuming, primogeniture succession. Yeah, so our firstborn is going to inherit no matter what, basically. We can righteously imprison this guy because he's the leader of a plot to kill some person that I don't really care about. Okay. We'll consider it. Alright, when does our feast actually happen? Oh, here we go. Your guests have arrived for the private feast you have arranged. It's time to let the carousing and merriment begin. Let's get started. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. So many laughs and so many intense conversations in such short a time. Brings you closer to your companions and you feel like good friends already. So we're going to become friends with this Strategos. Okay. Sounds good. Not sure if he's one of our more powerful vassals. Where is your duchy? Oh, down here. Ah, I guess he's not one of our more powerful vassals. He only has 1 county. Well, we'll get some more for him, I suppose. Maybe even in this very next war. The reveling and carousing is over for now. Time to get back to real life. Well, it was fun. We gain a little prestige and Carouser giving us extra diplomacy, which is helpful. Ooh, and Emperor Heinrich III of the Holy Roman Empire has set up an anti-pope. Okay. Well, it's not really our business, I suppose. We're not Catholic, so let him do whatever he wants. But I don't think there's really any reason for us to delay declaring any war here. They are still distracted with their revolt. It's on 10% in favor of the Sultan. He is allied with the Seljuks, of course, as was his father. But they're involved in multiple wars right now. Oh, they are actually involved in that revolt war, as well as a couple of their own. So let's just hope that they won't be called in again, or that they won't accept, or if they do accept, that they won't actually come and help. I think we're probably relatively safe. So before we did the Imperial Reconquest CB, which meant we ended up with a Muslim vassal, which is not ideal. Instead, I think we'll do Religious Reconquest. I don't know if this actually... Yeah, it does trigger our Holy War cooldown, so we won't be able to declare another war for a while. That's fine, though. I think we'll take this duchy, maybe. Probably the biggest one. At 5 counties. And I guess we're just going to have to use a different CB against the Rumite Revolt. Let's declare this first. We can do de jure claims on single counties, basically. We can do Imperial Reconquest, which is probably what we'll have to do. We can press all claims. So we get Atabeglik and Kastamonu. These are personal claims, I guess. Interesting. This seems like a lot of land. If that's the land we're going to get, let's press these claims. Okay. Have you guys all rendezvous here. Hopefully you'll be relatively safe. We'll disband the troops on the islands here. And this army over in wherever this is. And I guess we'll let this little army march all the way down here. It may prove to be useful. We have 6,000 or so here from the revolt, and no sign yet of the actual army from Rum, and something terrible just happened to the Seljuks. Wow, they have completely disappeared. Well, not completely. I think this was him. I guess one of the wars they were defending against was a decadence revolt, so they've been deposed. Okay, well that's good news for us in general, but unfortunately the revolt here has also ended. So that's ended inconclusively, and we aren't going to be able to take the extra land over there. That's fine though, we'll be content to just take this one duchy, I suppose. We have an enemy army from this guy over on Cyprus. We'll just ignore him, I think. More people have been called in, okay. Nobody incredibly powerful, it looks like. We are at war with quite a few different people over there. Ooh, Kerman looks relatively powerful. Maybe. They've only got 2,000, 3,000. I think we'll be fine. How many does Rum have themselves? Less than 7, okay. We have a new ecumenical patriarch. And a county converted, and we have raiders again. Okay, we'll ignore them too. We will send our little army here around the long way so that they don't run into them. Okay, so with our army together, I think we'll head for our target duchy and start sieging. We let the Rumite army come to us if they are interested in doing so. We had a daughter born in the purple. She is slow, unfortunately. That does fulfill our ambition, though. So let's see, we could take the ambition to convert a province, which is something we are already doing. We're going to try to become a trained fighter. Are we good at fighting already? We're 2 in personal combat, we're a novice fighter. A distinguished commander. I think we'll play it safe and not become a trained fighter, we'll just try to convert a province. We'll stay out of battles as much as possible. At least until our son is a bit older. Okay, so do we want to siege this county? This one and the neighbouring one are both mountains, so I think we'll split in half and siege both of those. And we're in a pretty good defensive position if the enemy army decides to try and attack us, but it looks like they're focusing on Cyprus again, which is the same thing they did in the previous war. Okay, somebody else has been called in. Truce with the Pechenegs is expiring. Okay, so there's 2,000 enemy troops from Erdek here. Oh, raiders, actually. Maybe they're not part of this war. Let me see if I can identify the emblem. Yeah, it looks like they're not any of these people, so we'll just ignore them and hope they ignore us. So our eunuch claims he would be a better spy master than this guy. I guess we'll give him the job. This guy is pretty lowly ranked, even if he is landed. Lately, Tekirdağ is becoming renowned throughout the world for the quality of its hummus. Travelers will even go there to sample fresh hummus. These erudite hummus connoisseurs would then gauge the quality of hummus made in various regions of the province, comparing taste, texture, and compatibility with pita bread, among other things. Maybe I'll visit there one day. Maybe. I think that's one of our domain counties over here. Our domain being, I think, these 4 counties and some subholdings. That doesn't account for 7 holdings. Where else do we have? We also have Thrace. Okay, I guess it's the wrong color on the map for some reason. We have the top holding there and another castle. Okay. It's neither here nor there, I suppose. Alright, we lost a siege down on Cyprus. We'll just continue with our own sieges here in the target duchy so we can at least prevent ourselves from losing any ticking war score. Even in your sleep, in your dreams, you think about this war. It's all you ever think of. So we have a chance of becoming stressed. Let's hope we don't. And we didn't. Good. Alright, we'll take all of these people prisoner. Lost another siege down here. And one up here. So I think we'll stay in these counties and siege the lower holdings. Our nephew, a charismatic negotiator. This one especially has a lot of cities and temples in it that will be worth a decent amount of war score, and we'll siege pretty quickly. Have some serious disease outbreaks here. Consumption, I guess it's all consumption probably. Let's stay away from that whole area. The fishing industry of Thrace is experiencing something of a boom. For some reason, the population of fish has grown dramatically, significantly increasing the amount of fish available. This will feed many families and also provide a lot of fish to be traded elsewhere. Interesting news, so Get faster build times and more tax and levy in Thrace, which is good. Alright, more sieges. Up to 27%, back down to 22%. We're definitely sieging faster than they are, so I think I'm content to leave things to continue as they are. We'll take more prisoners. Ooh, our vassal here has contracted consumption. The Peloponnese. That's this guy. Okay. Well, he should have gone and quarantined himself in the countryside or something. My liege, it pains me to say, but there's a traitor in the realm. This rotten egg is plotting your downfall. You enclose the damning evidence with this letter. So this is our grand domestic. Claims this guy is a traitor. I don't know, he seems to like me. And say this seems fishy, I should notify the supposed plotter thanks to our high intrigue skill. Okay. We'll do this. See what happens. We will take the enemy commander to our dungeons. And we inherited a duchy, which we'll just give away again as a viceroyalty, I suppose. More prisoners, thank you. And we have this county completely sieged, so we'll move over here. Moving out of the mountains is worth noting. But it seems like Rome is not too interested in actually coming to attack me anyway. Alright, we inherited another duchy. Oh, this was our friend that died, wasn't it? I guess no longer shows up now that he's dead. That's okay, we'll just grant the title back to this guy, I assume his son. Not that one. $264. Offer of peace. So yes, he's just surrendering. Well, I think we'll definitely accept. Surprised he's surrendering at only 64. But there you go. So we gained a lot of that land, if not all of it, ourselves. I guess there weren't any lords of our religion. So we'll use our handy grant recently acquired land button to just give it out to random characters. And we can create the duchy title. We don't really need to, since we're well below our vassal limit right now, but I think we will anyway. We can use the prestige, so I think it's probably worth doing. We'll give it to, I don't know, this looks like the best county. We'll grant it to him as a viceroyalty. So we still have this one county in here that we need to take. But that's probably a low priority target in purely pragmatic terms, because it won't be worth as much as the whole duchy we could otherwise take in a war against Rome. But I might move it a bit up the priority list anyway, just to make our borders look nicer. It looks like it's blocking the spread of our name across the map, for one thing. Which is a very important concern. So we need to appoint a new ecclesiarch here. We'll just appoint... I guess we could appoint the ecumenical patriarch. That would probably make him happier. He's happy enough with me, though. We'll just appoint the best person for the job and see where we need to convert. So all of this land over here is still Orthodox, so no need to convert that. Can proselytize right there, and I guess we should set our Mystikos to work as well. We'll just have him scheme in the capital. Okay. Well, we are out of time for this episode, so we will leave it here for now. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.